Yo, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome to episode 335 of the Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson on the Confidence in the Klutch network. Click the bell for notification, new content where I drop, wherever you listen to your podcast. You watch on YouTube, it's all good, baby. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. It's a new media thing. We got to embrace it. Yeah, I mean, energy up. Saturday morning over here. I didn't record last night, so we just going to get into it right away, baby. Beat is picked. Let's roll. Okay. Y'all might heard this in the theme song, so I had to put it to the, you know what I mean? Put it in the repertoire. All right. Sha'Carri Richardson is a world champion, man. And I ain't even watched last night in the 200. I want to be surprised after this. She's a world champion, baby. She won a 100-meter race in Budapest at the World Championships. She showed a mature world-class athlete. She was going through shit before, like in 2021 or whenever it was. She was going through shit. She lost her mother. She got caught up with the killer, the edibles or whatever, and when she was over in Oregon and shit, and for the U.S. Olympic trials. And, you know, man, it was a little dark space for her. But last year she finished 9th in the Prefontaine Classic with all the codes, Sharika Jackson and, you know, the other, man, it's always slipped my mind, from Jamaica, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. And Jamaicans went 1, 2, 3 in that shit, and she finished 9th. You know, so her maturity and growth is so good to see. The baby is grounded. She looks good. She looks healthy. I knew it was a new game this year when she took that wig off in Oregon for the U.S. Nationals, and man, had braids on up under her shit. So she's growing and growing. Shout out to Sha'Carri. We love you over at Confidence in the Klutch. Man, it's all good, baby. Moving on, baby. Apple, huh? What Apple talking about, man? You know, I just talk about a few things, man. What Apple talking about, man? Apple reportedly wants to buy ESPN. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could put a big F-U-C-K in front of that, but smart, very smart move for Apple. ESPN is valued at roughly around $50 billion. So you get Apple TV Plus, a streaming device, Apple TV 4K. You get the Apple TV Plus. It might stream in 4K, it might not. You streaming though. But you can stream that shit anywhere for $7 a month. You know what I'm saying? It's an app. It's the Paramount, it's the Hulu, it's all that, right? And I'm telling you, if you have not seen Hijack, you need to watch Hijack. Hijack is a great show. There's 7 episodes. They're about 50 minutes apiece. Watch Hijack, which is an Apple TV production. All right? That's the first thing I'm going to say. I could see them adding ESPN. It'd be a hell of a move. They got the MLS. They're going to be in contention with the NBA in 2 years when it comes up with Amazon to try to pull some away from ESPN and Turner. Excuse me. And if you can see them, I can see them adding ESPN, which is in the process of having their own package. Remember, they just bought a betting house. Okay? ESPN did. So if you get Apple to have the number one sports channel with a betting house attached to that, man, stop it. Stop it. And you add ESPN. If ESPN has a linear package, just a package where you can just go get the ESPN app and watch all ESPN shit, and it ain't got to be part of Hulu or Sling or what any other YouTube Sports with live TV. And we can just go get ESPN right now for shit $15 a month. You don't think people would just get ESPN and say cut all the cable? Because if I'm not mistaken, I know ESPN was like, what, $14 to $17, depending where you at in your cable package. So ESPN can be like, yo, if we can get people to stop doing the cable shit and not have to split no money with them or whatever, and we can charge this per month for ESPN, can we do it? So if Apple like, yo, we just need to, and we can grab people that you got to come to Apple TV to watch ESPN now, if they don't want to have a straight... If they don't want to have a straight ESPN package as well, but we can come to Apple, man, Man, that'd be a hell of a move. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get Apple Plus, whatever, Apple TV Plus with ESPN, like they got Hulu with live sports and YouTube with sports. If you can get that shit with ESPN for like $20 a month with the Apple TV shit, nigga. People getting that Apple TV. Now, as far as business models go, would it make sense that you got to come to Apple TV for ESPN? I want people to be able to get my shit how they can get my shit. But if I'm Apple and I buy this shit, you got to come to Apple. You got to come to Apple. Yeah, if I'm Apple, you got to come to Apple. If I'm ESPN, I want to be able to have my stuff still everywhere. Yeah, that's one of the ones. For Apple, it's a no-brainer. Buy it, $50 billion. Let's get it under our umbrella. Then we can charge whoever we want now. This is our shit. Y'all want our shit? We can charge you. But I can't see Apple having their own streaming service and saying y'all can go there. Just like it's like the NFL shit, like the NFL Sunday Ticket. That shit on YouTube bought that shit. You got to go to YouTube to get that shit. You know what I'm saying? But ESPN is more daily sports content. I can't see them just saying, phew. But I can't see them going, phew. So just fucking come to Apple TV. Let me know, man. That's one of the ones. Speaking of another moves, it's just a lot of shit that's going on right now. So we talked about Apple reportedly want to buy ESPN. And shit, it's out now that Shannon Sharp, which was the biggest free agent in a long time in the sports media landscape, Shannon Sharp has agreed to join ESPN and First Take on Mondays and Tuesdays during the football season. So that's going to be fire. Can't wait for that. I believe he's coming on after Labor Day, the Monday after Labor Day. Tuesday after Labor Day, Monday on Labor Day, one of them two. And his podcast club, Shay Shay, is joining the Colin Cowherd's The Volume, which immediately puts him up there. You know what I mean? Because you got Richard Sherman, you got a couple other cats on there. Of course, we got Draymond on The Volume. Shout out to Draymond, new media. Club Shay Shay, we know his is more of an interview focused type of thing, so that's going to be all right. But how about this? Shit, ESPN can buy The Volume. ESPN can buy The Volume. Apple can buy ESPN and shit. Listen, Apple can mess up all this shit for everybody. You know what I mean? And just take everything and just say, this is ours, this is ours, this is ours. And now what y'all gonna do? Because they have so much cash. Trillions. So, and guess what? If it don't work out, write that shit off on your taxes. So, still in the sports media landscape. New news coming out for Undisputed, which will debut the new lineup this coming Monday, the 28th. Michael Irvin reportedly will be joining Richard Sherman, Keyshawn Johnson, Skip Bayless, with Rachel Niggers, Lil Wayne, Emmanuel Ancho, and Nick Wright also contributing. Motherfuckers is talking about they mad. I don't know how Fox can be mad that Skip Bayless is doing this when Skip Bayless came in the game doing this with Cold Peace. That's how him and Stephen A just said, fuck it, we might as well just do this and grab other cats. So it was a producer talking about, when I read an article, that embrace debate is dead, and he wants to propel the show to agree more so you can dive deeper into topics instead of making wrong hot takes. I think that might be good for some. You're still gonna get your hot takes, but if we're gonna dive deeper, let's dive deeper like my show, Konfidence and Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson. I can sit here talking about Asia Wilson had 53, which he did, but without context, it's just Asia Wilson had 53. Like the best basketball podcast, like if we're talking about straight basketball that I've listened to, is Draymond, because Draymond breaks down this is why this happens. He got that shit on lock. the analytical approach to the game. Because he watches shit, especially in the playoffs. He breaks that shit down cold. So Bomani Jones is the best podcast for breaking down topics. Boom, 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 boom. And having a deep dive into the shit of why he believes stuff is happening. Basketball Illuminati breaks down shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some shit out here. So you have to make sure that when you have a show, you just don't want to be cookie cutter shit. That's what Sports Center is for, right? So if we take an embrace debate and we're talking and we don't have to have for and against every motherfucking topic. And that's what I always hated. You don't have to be against motherfucker. You don't, like, when you think of certain shows like Undisputed, motherfucker against the Cowboys, for the Cowboys, against LeBron, for LeBron. For what? That shit's silly. Like, two things can be true. The Cowboys played well. I like what the Cowboys did. The Cowboys didn't. LeBron, like, nah, fuck all that shit. That's why First Take might have went whatever, but they do have so many different people. You are going to get people trying to get their star shined up bigger. So therefore, I'm going to say some shit that I probably shouldn't have said, or I get caught in the moment. But this is what happens when you get non-traditional journalists on shows with former athletes that's emotional about their opinion, and sometimes you forget about shit. You feel me? So I agree with that. I hope that shit works out for them. You know what I mean? Let's get into it. Everything ain't got to be a debate. Speaking of A'ja Wilson, she tied the WNBA single game scoring record with 53 points against the Atlanta Dream this week. Now, my thing is, okay, we just talked about it. So what? Did this performance give her the MVP? Let's dive deeper into the performance. I would say slightly, because of where everything at. You got the Aces, you have the Aces, you got the Liberty, and you got the Sun right there. So on the 28th, if the Aces lose on Monday, if the Aces lose to the Liberty in Brooklyn on Monday, and Stewie has a great fucking game, I can see them votes splitting a little bit from A'ja. I'm A'ja all day, South Carolina all day. But I have to pay attention to what the fuck is going on as well. I just can't be blind to the fact that other women are killing in the WNBA. Shit, if it was up to me, Enrique, Milwaukee, you know what I mean? You got your little biases, but that record ain't there. But it's not best player on the best team. I don't agree with that best player on the best team shit. It's the best player in the fucking league. If I take my best player and put her on your team is going to... If you put your best player on my team, will we be where we at? That's the conversation. And sometimes it comes down to, hey, man, if we laid all these kids down, you can say what you want, but we know this child right here, this player right here, this man right here, this woman right here, that's the baddest motherfucker in the league. I went into an all-conference meeting last year for one of my players. Hey, y'all know she the baddest motherfucker in the conference, and they laughed at me. But they do it the old school way, best player on the best team. But they know, hell yeah, that girl is amazing. Yeah, and she would help y'all win. So, because if the Liberty beat the Aces 3 out of 4 times this season, well, 1-2 is 2-2. 3 out of 5 times, but the Commissioner Cup, when that's just a regular straight over there shit. So if the Aces beat them, it'll be 2-2 then. So I'm rolling with A'ja because of her defensive player of the year shit and where they're at and sucking up losing Candace Parker. The injury, they needed Candace Parker. Motherfuckers talking about, oh, they're a super team. Candace Parker was a player that they needed in their rotation because when De'Erica Hamby left, motherfucker, they needed to fill that void. So that's the issue. And I still think she should be on the cover 2K4. I know Sabrina's on that motherfucker. She won 3-point shit. I get all that, but I still think she should be on the cover of 2K25. All right? Know in the comments, man. NBA fined James Harden $100K for his comments about Daryl Morey last week in China. So, his comments violated the league's rule concerning public trade demands. Now, James, you said what you said. You did it in China. You know they don't give a fuck about Daryl Morey. Now it's time to chill the fuck out and get ready for camp, cuz. You know what I mean? Because we never view ourselves how others view us. I could be thinking I'm doing the best job in the world. That's my opinion. I'm doing it for me. I'm all good. But a motherfucker might be like, dog, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do that, you don't do that. And if they coming from a position that's doing better than me, I kind of got to listen to what the fuck they got to say if I'm trying to grow and get better as a person. We're not even talking about just a motherfucking podcast. So he has to chill the fuck out and go to camp and ball out to get this next contract because he opted in. Don't let a motherfucker piss in your ear and tell you it's raining, James. So then if they said we're going to do this shit, they send you get the money back and then you didn't ball, why the fuck would they pay you, James? And you could have hit it, James. You know your agent wasn't getting them numbers back for you, James. So now you trying to power play your position and then going to the Clippers and hoping they doing some shit going to this new arena and just to finish your season out of the crib. But you was going to Houston in January. Make it make sense. Now, Stephen A. I believe Stephen A. crossed the line with the whole Lonzo Ball shit, and I'm going to tell y'all why. He was talking about he knows the doctors that operated on him when Lonzo released the video, like, come on, Stephen A., you don't know what you're talking about. I can do this, I can do that shit. And he like, nigga, if you can do all that shit, you can hoop. Like, that was far, that right there was enough. But Stephen A. crossed the line when he's talking about, I know the doctors that operated on you. And I can tell you their names. HIPAA, motherfucker. Yo, very close to violating HIPAA, you know what I mean? We got to be a little bit more careful, you know what I mean? Giannis wants a commitment to winning a championship from his teammates and the organization. Hell, motherfucking yeah. And Giannis done did his shit. He can walk away right now. He brought Milwaukee a chip. All right? So, 50 years, 50 piece, all that. Can't nobody got nothing to say to Giannis. He's been nothing but a jewel to this city. Per ESPN, Antetokounmpo will enter the third season of a 5-year, $228 million Supermax extension during the upcoming 23-24 season and is under contract for the next 2 seasons. His contract includes a player option for 24-25. That's what the fuck we need to worry about. Now, the Bucks can offer Giannis a 3-year, $173 million extension beginning on September 22nd. Why the fuck would he sign a 3-year, $173 million contract? Even though 3 years, $173 million, that's a lot of fucking money, right? That's 50 plus, right? But you got Jaylen Brown and them getting 60. So we know the market, as we said. No, he takes out on 24-25, he doesn't take his PO, and he goes out there and gets what he can get. The TV shit gonna be in. Giannis gonna be getting shit 60, 70 million a year. But his factors that he needs the team, he needs the players, he needs the organization to be moving towards winning a chip. Otherwise, he doesn't want to be here. Quote, at the end of the day, I feel like all my teammates know and the organization knows that I want to win a championship, he said. As long as we're on the same page with that and you show me and we go together to win a championship, I'm all for it. The moment I feel like, oh yeah, we're trying to rebuild, there will never be hard feelings with the Milwaukee Bucks. There you go. There you have it. There you have it. It makes no sense to sign an extension when he's up in 25, opt out, reset the market, and get paid. Now, of course, the Bucks can offer him more in that free agency. But by that time, the second apron in the new CBA and how shit works will kick in, and the Bucks will have to trade him, Chris Middleton, or Drew. If Drew don't retire by that time. We don't draft well. So, when we got to trade to get a motherfucker up in here. So, who do we got to trade? We have an aging team. If Drew don't want to play no more, if Chris don't come back this year better than last year, Lopez is getting older, Bobby getting older, who we gonna trade? That's sacred. We got to get rid of one of the big three. We can't afford the shit. So, when it's all said and done, the next 2 years are the years the Bucks have to win a championship or Giannis is gone. If Giannis get one out of the next 2, I can see him staying. If we don't get none, he's out. Remember, the largest Greek population in the United States of America is in New York and Chicago. He already talked about Chicago shit. What people's not paying attention is, where's the largest Nigerian population? He keeps telling motherfucker, I'm just not Greek. Stop doing that shit. You know what I mean? So the largest Nigerian population in the U.S., yeah, I'm searching for the shit. Texas, Maryland, New York, California, Georgia, Illinois, New Jersey, and Florida. So Texas. So if we got Dallas, he can play with Luke. Ooh. Dallas, he can go play with Luka, Kyrie, and ooh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Giannis, Luka, and Kyrie? Shit. He can go to Houston with them young boys? With Ime? He can go to San Antonio with motherfucking Vic? Get the... Man, shit. We done. We done. It's all good. Shout out, man. Shout out to Giannis. Yo. Yeah, we got to restructure some contracts, though. Giannis got to be paid more than Kyrie and Luka, though. All right. Life accuses a teacher, y'all. Let's get up out of here, man. Yo, we had 2 days off due to no air conditioning in the school system, master plantation system. You know, certain schools got it. Every principal office, maybe office, guidance office, possibly. That's it. Other parts of the building, nah. It was like 115 heat index here. And I know places in the Southwest and the South, like, yo, that's light. That's what we do here. We ain't got the AC, though. Y'all got the AC down in that shit. It's a dumbass problem to have when we had COVID funds, though. You know what I mean? We spent on a lot of bullshit. Like, thanks to school board director Aisha Carr for the information. Like, if it's only $16 million to fix the cooling systems, the HVAC systems, whatever you want to call it, then fix the shit. Why wouldn't you fix it that we can have air in the schools? That's slow as hell. Slow as hell. The air on, fix it. But you know, a lot of these schools got radiant heat as well, though, too. So it's but if it's $16 million, you go school by school and knock that shit out. As far as the classroom, what I can tell you is this. Sweating the small stuff is what this is with filling the vacancy and shit and setting the tone. Like my little ones, they straight. My older ones, they the ones, because they know they used to getting away with murder and ain't no more murder to get away with. And they having a hard time adjusting to cuz. But I'm tired of this shit because they just don't get it. You know what I mean? So I've had to have the nigga versus niggers history lesson yesterday. And I had to explain to the kids, because you know, you got the white kids saying nigga, black kids get mad. I didn't hear it. You know what I mean? So you got to address everybody and talk about it. So I told them, saying, I know what my degree's in. So I gave them to the lady in my class, was like, yo, that was amazing. You need to go to every class and have this conversation. Like, that ain't no problem. I can do that. We own the word. It is period. We own the word. Can't nobody say it but black people. No one can say it but us. In the school setting, it will be treated as a curse word. That's it. That's how you fix everything. All right. Yeah, we rolling out like this, man. Let me know in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all. Yo, appreciate all the downloads, man. I've been looking at my maps and my downloads, my international downloads. Shout out to y'all. Hey, man, Southwest and the South, I see y'all. You know what I mean? I see y'all heavy in Texas, man. Love, much love. Much love. This is a work day for me because now I got to do the shy shit. So, let me get up out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all on like Tuesday. I'm trying to get it down. This podcast needs to get released on Friday during basketball season. I will figure it out. But this needs to get released on Fridays. I can't do Saturday mornings with everything that's coming up because I got Power Book 4 start next week with the Shy on the same day. So I got to do 2 of those. I can't do 3 pods in one day. I'm trying to get this content out to y'all, man. Not too many days in between. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own. Listen to and follow Network on various platforms, confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Click the bell for notification new content when I drop. Search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on X and Instagram at KITK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Twice weekly. Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezus, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Don Rilla. Your host, Confidence in the Clutch podcast with Donald Nelson. A Confidence in the Clutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night if you're listening during the daytime or watching. Create a great day on purpose, y'all. You know what it is. We up out this joint. Stay safe, y'all. Peace. 3,
2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence.